Labs KiCad tutorial part 2. In this video, we will see how to place component symbols on the schematic sheet, do basic operations on them, and connect them together using wires. Before we jump into placing component symbols, we will see how to zoom in and zoom out the schematic sheet so that you can see parts of the schematic better. To zoom in the schematic sheet, use the zoom in button or use the keyboard shortcut F1. To zoom out, click on the zoom out button or press F2 shortcut key on the keyboard. The button right next to the zoom out button is the redraw button, which basically refresh the schematics. And the last button here is the fit the schematic sheet button, which will fit the whole schematic in the visible area of the window. If you have a mouse with scroll wheel, you can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom out the schematic. There are a few different ways to place component symbols on the schematic sheet. We will take a look at each one of them. All these methods starts with selecting Place a Component tool from the toolbar on the right. To place a component symbol on the schematic sheet, left click and the component selection window will pop up. If you know the name or part of the name of a component that you want to place, type that name in the name field here and click OK. In this case, I am placing a resistor symbol on the schematic sheet. R stands for resistor. Click OK. Now you can see the schematic symbol for a resistor is on the mouse pointer. This component symbol is not placed yet, so you can move this symbol around and go to the destination and do a left click to place that component there. The second method is again left click on the schematic sheet and click on the List All button in the component selection window, and you will be presented with a library selection dialog. Here we are going to select the device library, which has most of the basic components like resistors, capacitors, etc. Select the device library and click OK. A new window will pop up with the list of all components available in that particular library. Select the component, click OK, go to the destination, left click to place the component. To use the third method, left click again on the schematic sheet and select the Select by Browser button. And this time a bigger window will pop up. The window is called Library Browser, and you have essentially 3 columns here. The first column lists all libraries that are available to this project. You can select any library that you want. Here in this case, we are going to select the device library. Now in the second column, all the component symbols that are available in that particular library will be listed. Select the component that you want to place on the schematic sheet. Here I am going to select LED. As soon as you select the component symbol will be displayed on the third column. The good thing about using this method is that you can see the symbol before placing the symbol on the schematic sheet. It makes it much easier to browse through different libraries and find the exact component that you want. To place this component, click on the Insert Component button on the toolbar and go to the destination and left click to place the component. Now let's take a look at a few basic operations that we can do on the components, including moving the components around, rotating them, deleting them, etc. To move a component symbol, place the mouse pointer on top of the component symbol. Do not click, simply place, and press the keyboard shortcut M and simply move the mouse pointer, and you can see the component symbol follows the mouse pointer. Go to the destination and left click to place the component. A second method to move the components is to use the context menu. Right click on the component symbol and select Move Component from the pop-up menu and move the mouse pointer to the destination and left click to place the component symbol. To rotate a component symbol, place the mouse pointer on the component symbol and press the keyboard shortcut R. Every time you press the shortcut R, the component will be rotated by 90 degrees. Again, you can right click on the component and go to the Orient Component submenu and select Rotate Plus or Rotate Minus from the menu to rotate the components. To delete a component, place the mouse pointer on the component and press the delete button, or right click on the component and select delete component from the pop-up menu. To create copies of a component, place the mouse pointer on the component symbol and press the keyboard shortcut C. Now you can see a copy of the component symbol is on the mouse pointer. Left click to place the copy to the destination. You can do this using the context menu as well. Right click on the component and select Copy Component from the context menu. Now let's take a look at how to connect these components together to make a circuit. A wire always connects two or more terminals together, and that becomes a net. To place wire, go to the toolbar on the right and select Place a Wire tool. Left click on the terminal where you want to start the wire and release the mouse button and move the mouse pointer. Do not drag, simply move the mouse pointer, and you can see the wire follows the mouse pointer. To change direction, left click again. Now KiCad allows me to change the direction, and left click at the destination to finish the wire. One more important thing I want to mention here is how to place power ports. Power ports represent power supplies in the schematic. To place a power port, click on the Place Power Port tool on the toolbar and left click where you want to place the power port. Go to List All and select the power you want. In this case, I'm going to select plus 12 volt. Left click to place and wire it to the schematic. To place a ground symbol, again select the power port tool and left click on the schematic sheet, go to list all and select GND from the list. Left click again to place on the schematic and use wire to connect the ground symbol to the schematic. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.